we'll show you a way to do this. We're gonna have a little contest, and the contest is called I Am Up for a Change. I am up for a change. And so if you want to win one of these three, I'm gonna give you 3 tips this week, 2 tips next week, the same time. If you hop onto my NeuroGym Facebook page and my John Assaraf fan page and like it, that's one. And if you comment right in here, I'm in, we're gonna choose 3 winners next week. I'm gonna give you 3 tips today and 3 tips next week. I also have a private community on Facebook called Achieve Even More that I share things almost every day there. So let me come back to the first key thing to help you get, most of you know that, when light comes in through your eyes, it goes to the back of your brain, right? The occipital lobe is what it's called. And when you create an image that is clear, it activates other regions of your brain. So whenever we're starting off with wanting to achieve something, why is it that so few people take time to write out the exact, precise vision of what it is that they want? And I've discovered a couple of things of why some people don't. Maybe you can help me as well. Number one is they consciously or subconsciously fear disappointing themselves. And so if they don't write it down and if they don't show it to anybody, they don't have to be disappointed. It's kind of like, if it's not written down, I don't commit to it, then I'm not going to disappoint anybody. The other is fear. What if I write it down and I'm clear? What if I don't achieve it? Then I might fail. I might be embarrassed or ashamed or ridiculed. But in order for your brain to help you achieve your goal, you have to think of your brain as if you were instructing an architect. The clearer you are with an architect on what it is you want to build, the easier it is for the architect to design it, draw it, and then give it to the contractor. Now, in your brain, there's a part of you, right, that is responsible for the vision of what it is that you want, but there's another part of you that's responsible for behavior. So think of the clarity as the the architect, but then you turn it over to another part of your brain as the contractor. So does that make sense? If you like that so far, hit the like or the 11. If you just joined me, I have a video called Winning the Game of Success. We're gonna choose 3 winners. There's nothing to buy. We're gonna choose 3 winners that we're gonna help win this next week. And there's a couple things that you're gonna need to do. Number one is if you go to my Facebook page for NeuroGym, my company, or my John Assaraf fan page and like it, we're gonna see that. If you comment in here, I'm in I'm up for a change. I'm up for a change. That's number 2. I have an Achieve Even More new Facebook page that I created so that you can do that. And then what I'd like to do is in the Achieve Even More page on Facebook, post something that you're doing. So if you can post your vision or post something that you're doing to facilitate change, you'll qualify to win this. And we're going to choose 3 winners next week. I'm going to give you 3 tips, okay? So participate. Let's have some fun. There's nothing for you to buy. This is on Amazon for, I think, $15, $16. So it's not a $1,000 gift, but there's lots of killer content in there. There's a full lecture on winning the game of success. So you'll love it. Guyan does a first-class production. I flew to Boulder to film that with them. So number 1 is your vision. And then what are you going to do with the vision, right? Like, what do you do with a vision? So, like, as I mentioned, I have this in my Exceptional Life Blueprint. Like, what do you do with your vision? Well, if you have a vision that you write out and you just put it in your drawer or leave it on your computer, it's like reading, 1 page of a book and then never going back to reading that page again. And so your brain creates the vision or reads the paragraph or watches this video. And then guess what it does? It forgets about it because we have so many other thoughts every day. We have so many other ideas, 50,000 of our own thoughts. plus everything that's coming in through social media, through a variety of different methods that we are getting information. So we have to take that vision and we have to review it for a few minutes every day. Why? Simply because when you create a vision, you write it out or you type it out, you get the clarity, and that creates a neural pattern. Very, very faint neural pattern. But when you read it again, when you see yourself achieving that vision, when you feel yourself achieving that vision, you strengthen the neural network. And when you put the effort into this, like exercise, you inner size, right? My new book, Inner Size, many of you have. When you inner size and you imprint that into your subconscious mind through repetition, spaced repetition, that's when you create the pattern that is strong enough to activate the behavioral centers of your brain automatically. You hear what I just said? To activate the behavioral centers of your brain automatically. So instead of you having to think about taking action and getting motivated, you're actually inspired from within to take action, because everything that's programmed in the subconscious mind is what causes your perspective and your behavior. All right, 95% of the time. Does that make sense? If it does, hit the like or the love. If you just joined, we're doing a little contest called I Am Up for a Change. And over the next 7 days, I want you to do some of these things and then post them in my Achieve Even More private, free, members only area on Facebook. So we can be here and there. And we're going to choose 3 winners for that. So I'm going to give you 3 tips here. So tip number 1 is you have to have the clarity. Can somebody just remind me, why do I have to have the clarity? Why do I have to write it out? Or why do I have to type it on my computer? Why should I read it every day for a few minutes and think about it, feel it, and emotionalize it, and see myself doing it? Like, why? Can somebody do that? Let me just see your comments. Right? Visualizing is simulating. Right? So visualization is simulation. Visualization is simulation. And when we simulate, right, we reinforce the pattern. Debbie, you're priming your brain. You got it, dear. Right? So visualization is simulation. Okay? So that's part number 1. And then part number 2, I'm going to give you 3 pieces today for the I Am Up for a Change, is goals. So let's say the vision is the end state of what it is that you want to create, have, do, and be, right? So Leroya, Janine, let me just say hello to some of you. Rue from Kenya, number 1. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So you can imprint it into your subconscious mind. So you want to take a conscious vision and idea and imprint it into subconscious mind, which is where the power centers. Hi, Pavel from Russia, right? So hi, Zina, Rosa. Don't want to disrupt the lecture, but thank you. You're welcome, whoever that was. All right, so when we have the vision and we look at it and feel it every day and we imprint it into the subconscious mind, it activates the motivational centers. Dopamine is released. If you share it with friends, oxytocin is released. If you get those serotonin levels up, that helps solidify that vision. And then when we set some goals of where do we want to be, let's say, a year from now, 6 months from now, 3 months from now, a month from now. So for the sake of this session today, and just for this, I am up for a change contest or challenge. Why don't you set 3 goals, not 5, not 10, not 20. 3 goals that you want to achieve by the end of the month. Now, here's the way I want you to set these goals. Don't set crazy goals to make $1 million in a month if you've never made $1 million in a month. I want you to set a goal that's just a little bit outside of your reach. I'm not exactly sure how to achieve it, but I want to achieve that goal. So let's say you make $1 a month. Set a goal for like $1.25, just enough to activate, okay, that stress response, okay, which is that adrenaline and maybe cortisol, which is additional fuel to add to oxytocin if you share it, serotonin if you're really in a group setting and having some really good emotional contacts, but also the dopamine, okay, for the pleasure you'll receive when you get it. So can you set 3 goals that you're going to hit 30 days from now? So we're going to have a vision in the future, goals for 30 days. Don't worry about 90. Don't worry about 6 months or 9 months. Can you set 3 goals that are specific? Yes, for MP Devil lifestyle or DeVille lifestyle, right? So very, very specific. It could be a financial goal. How much debt you want to release, how much extra income you want to make. It could be a weight goal, a relationship goal, a career goal, a business goal. Anything that's just a little bit outside of your comfort zone. The reason I'm having you start with that is when people set goals that are so far outside of their knowledge or skills or their abilities to manage their emotions, or they don't know the strategies or tactics, they don't have the tools, the resources, the support, they flood their brain with these disempowering neurochemicals that actually cause them to not take action, to freeze, to do other things, to procrastinate. But when you set a goal that you're not 100% sure how to achieve, but you're like 80% of the way there, that is the right fuel combination that you need in order to be able to have that extra oomph that you need. Does that make sense? So number 1, clear vision, even if you don't know how to achieve it, okay, in a year or 3 or 5. Clear vision. All those who are ready to do that, take some time. This is your life, right? This is your life. So if you take time to plan your life, you'll be able to achieve more of your goals and dreams. So then we're going to set 3 goals for 30 days from today. All right? And I want you to go into the Achieve Even More, if you're so willing, Facebook area that I have, just a private little group that doesn't cost any money, and let's get you in there, okay? And then MP, love it. So 3 goals, just a little bit outside your comfort zone. And then maybe we can have this dialogue right now. So when you set the vision, you're using the Einstein part of your brain, right? Einstein part of your brain, left prefrontal cortex. You set the vision, which you look at and review, which activates the occipital lobe, one of the biggest parts of your brain. If that motivates you, that vision, to have that, even though it scares you a little bit, you're going to activate the reward center of your brain, the nucleus accumbens and the insula. And if that works, in sequence, then you're going to activate the motor cortex part of your brain. Now you're getting 4 parts of your brain activated just by doing what I shared in part 1 and 2. 4 different parts of your brain. That's like having a member of your band not playing, or 2 or 3 or 4 playing together. So we want to activate as many parts of the brain in the right order. There is a neuroscience of this. Now, here's the final tip for today. For those of you who just joined, we're doing a little contest, and it's called I Am Up for a Change Contest. My new social media team came up with this yesterday, Maria and Alan. And so they thought it would be great if I give away one of my DVDs called Winning the Game of Success to 3 winners who do the things that we're asking you to do next week. So we're going to do part 1 today. I'm giving you 3 tips today. I'm going to add 2 tips next Tuesday at 9 o'clock Pacific time, 12 o'clock New York, which is 8 o'clock in London, I think. Hold on. You need to figure out what time that is in London. And we'll choose 3 winners for this DVD. So what you need to do is like my NeuroGym Facebook page. Also like my JA fan page, John Assaraf fan page on Facebook. Right over here, comment, I'm in, okay? And that's for, I'm up for the change. And if you want to join me on my private Facebook page, it's called Achieve Even More. It's free. Thank you, Hazara. And then Post a picture of something that you've actually taken action on. I want to digress for just a moment. Doing the vision and setting the goals without taking any action is like having a recipe on the table in your kitchen without putting the ingredients together and cooking it or baking it, but you have the ingredients you're hoping to eat. So the three parts, right, is the vision, the goals, clarity, 3 goals by 30 days from now, small goals, just 20% more than you think you can achieve to get you activated. And then here is the other kicker. When yours and my brain started to be developed, I'm going to say billions of years ago, but if we think about when humans started walking on Earth about 2.5 million years ago, the part of the brain that was the most developed was what they call as the reptilian or lizard brain, right? So that was the instinctual brain for hunters, for gatherers, to be aware of all the things that could be wanting to kill us, like a saber-toothed tiger, the predatory sensor of the brain. And then as we evolved, the next part of the brain started to develop called the mammalian part of the brain, or the emotional part of the brain, and then the neocortex part of the brain, the thinking part of the brain, started to develop. And they think that was because we started to get a little bit smarter. We were able to hunt for animals. That extra protein was able to help us evolve over millions of years. Now, why do I want you to set the vision first and the goals first, and then to activate the other part of the brain? Well, the part of the brain you want to activate is the emotional center of the brain. The emotional center of the brain, the second layer of the brain, is connected to both the top layer of the brain, the thinking, rational, imagination, Einstein part of the brain, but it's also connected to the primitive part of your brain. So when you come up, and this is the third part, with why, pay close attention, why must I achieve these 3 goals? You probably paid attention that I didn't say why should I, why could I, why I'd like to, why it would be nice. Why must I? Why must you achieve these 3 goals? And so I want you to take a sheet of paper, just a sheet of paper, and write down, I must achieve these goals because. And write down every reason why you must. I must because I'll build more self-confidence in myself, and that'll help me achieve even more of my goals. I must because of my relationship with God or my religion, and I want to stop standing on the edge of my potential, and I want to start achieving my potential. I must because I have to be a pillar of strength for my wife, my husband, my children, my mother, my father, whatever it is. I must because, okay? I must. You see, when we come up with reasons why we must versus I should, I could, I'd like to, I want to, if you must, you will. Now, here's the catch. Your must has to be bigger than any obstacle. Your must has to be bigger than any obstacle. So what kind of obstacle? Well, your fear. Fear of failure, fear of being embarrassed, fear of disappointment, fear of succeeding and failing, fear of being embarrassed, ashamed, ridiculed, or judged. If your must isn't bigger than the fear, your fear wins. Your must has to be bigger than any limiting belief you have. So I'm not good enough, not smart enough, not worthy enough, too Asian, too Caucasian, too white, too black, too whatever, too young, too old. If your must is bigger than your limiting beliefs, your must wins. Right? It's almost like, what's that? Rochambeau, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Musts override obstacles. So when you have big musts, you overcome your obstacles. Hazara, you have 100% discipline already to your current musts. You have 100% discipline already to your current habits. You have 100% discipline right now to your current beliefs. You have 100% discipline right now to your current internal set points. So what I'm asking you to do is create a vision that you don't yet know how to achieve, goals that put you just slightly out of your comfort zone, and then come up with reasons why you must achieve these 3 goals. Now, we have to remember that the goals that we achieve currently are not because they are the goals we want to achieve. The goals we achieve currently are because of the goals we have been conditioned to achieve. So by taking this first 3 steps of vision, goals, why, I'm going to show you 2 more pieces next week at 9 o'clock Pacific, 12 o'clock New York, all right, is because when you do this process, you're activating a variety of different parts of your brain. Now, I've learned to think of my brain as an organism, and I am not my brain. I have a brain. I'm like the conductor, the CEO, the executive director, and I need to activate the different members of my orchestra. So I want to activate, Einstein. I want to quiet Frankenstein, all the stuff that I talk about in my new best-selling book, Inner Size. And for those of you who are willing to play, you get a chance to win this Winning the Game of Success program. And we're going to choose 3 winners next week. So if you haven't already said so, give me a second here. Tell me, John, I'm in for this little challenge. And my team set a few rules together. And Alan, I'm not sure if you're watching right now, but if you are, maybe you could just post all of the ways people can participate. So number 1 is like the NeuroGym Facebook page, like the John Assaraf fan page. Comment I'm in over here. Join the Achieve Even More private community I have on Facebook, where we offer lots of free stuff. There's some free programs right there. Right now you can start, including how to fill out your own exceptional life blueprint. I give you my copy as well as a blank copy to fill out. So lots of free stuff on my Achieve Even More page on Facebook. And then I want you to post a picture, something of you taking action towards your goals and dreams. And like I said before, it doesn't make sense to have a vision and goals and even a big why if you don't take action. So a little bit of action is better than 0. Why? Because now you are an action taker versus a goal setter. There's a big difference between setting goals and achieving goals. And regardless of how far the journey is, it all starts with 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, okay? So there's a little bit about the neuroscience of this. I hope you don't mind. That's the way I love to teach. That's the way I learned it. I needed to learn why I should set goals, why I should set a vision, why it was important for me to manage my emotions and my mindset and how to plan and do all that stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this. Every Tuesday I do this show live, and look forward to connecting with you on my Facebook pages that I mentioned to you and back here on Instagram. Bye, everyone. Was this helpful, by the way? If this was helpful, give me a like or a love. Let me just see some of your comments. Action taker here. Awesome. Awesome. Hazara, thank you. Nasser, thank you. Modern Collective. Hey there, Lauren. Mustafa, hello. Lajondan. Veronica, hello. And if you tell me, if your name doesn't say your name, if you tell me your name, I'll say hi to you. I got 1 minute to say hello right now. Ankesh Patel, hello. Hello, Lauren. Big hugs to you, sweetheart. Lauren's a friend, everyone. Follow her. She's brilliant. Shout out to Lauren. Yes. The self-care gal. It's Hitham. It's not Tuesday. Hey, Veronica. The self-care queen. Megan. Hi, Megan. Austin. Hello there. Realtor. Hi, Yoko. Hi, Rose. I love knowing your first names. Tell me where you're from. Hey, I'd love to know, where are you from? Hi, Mustafa, where are you from? Pratibha, where are you from? Nathan from England. Hi there from Indonesia. You're welcome. You were in. I am in. Awesome. From Germany, V Gates. Houston. From Paris, bonjour Ashley, ça va? Ruhila from London. Look where we have people from all over the world. Latvia, Lima, Peru. Still have to come to Peru. Australia, I've been there many times actually. From Indonesia, from India. Yeah, tell me your name and where you're from. Brazil, Slovakia, BC, British Columbia, where my son was born. Winnipeg. You're out of the freeze now. Springs, Missouri. Medina from Virginia. Hi there. And hi there, Igmiran Chifachi. Fachibini from Lebanon. Hello. Ça va? We love you here. Merci beaucoup, Ashley. Rio de Janeiro. Oh my goodness, I partied like a rock star there for a month when I was like 22 years old. Hello from Serbia. Born in Kenya. I've been there on safari. Dubai and London. Awesome. Good, good, good. From India. I love this international crowd. Shout out Winona. High five to you, Winona. And hi there, Linda. And hi there, Zena Rosa. All right, everyone. I have to go get ready for another call. Thanks so much. I appreciate you all very much. Have a great day. Bye.